Assalamu alaikum. This is Farid Pathan from PCB Views. We are having some distinguished guests here today. First of all, let me introduce Mr. Farhad Hussain, Professor Farhad Hussain. He's a political analyst. Professor Dr. Said Sinha, Mohammed Sinha. He is he was here, but he's going to join very soon. And also Mr. Iftikhar Azim, a businessman from Bangladesh. So our topic today we choose Iran, U.S. and Manipur conflicts and global politics. First, I'll go to Professor Faraz Hussain. Um, Professor Farad Hussain, we have seen last 2-3 months
পাঠান ভাইয়ের কথা শুনতে পাচ্ছি না।
when the Iran, you didn't hear it?
আপনার কথা আমি শুনতে পাচ্ছি না।
Do you hear it, Mr. Azim? And Farad Hussain,
I can hear both of you loud and clear.
Okay. Probably you have some technical difficulties, Mr. Sinha.
আমি শুনতে পাচ্ছি না।
We can hear you very clearly. We can hear you. We can hear you.
আমারটা শুনতে পান তো?
Yes.
আপনাদের শোনা যাচ্ছে, you can hear loud and clear.
Could you unmute it? Unmute it. Could you hear me?
I think you have to relock.
Yes. Can you hear us? শুনতে পাচ্ছেন? Can you hear us?
না, খুব স্লো আসছে।
Then turn on the volume. Pump it up.
আমারটা শুনতে পান?
Yes.
হ্যাঁ, loud and
We
clear.
can hear you. We are listening to you. We can hear you. Yes.
Yes, we can hear you.
Yes, we can hear you. But you cannot hear us.
Volume high. Volume high.
Put your volume high.
নিয়েছি, হচ্ছে না।
তাহলে সাইন ইন করবেন আবার, লগ আউট করে আবার।
Could you log out and then sign in again?
Again ঢুকেন।
Okay, probably there are some technical difficulties. Let's.
আমার কথা শুনতে পান?
Yes, we can hear you.
We can hear you.
আমারটা পাচ্ছেন কিন্তু আমি পাচ্ছি না।
There are some technical difficulties. I don't know. It's not from my side. It's going to be on your side. There are some issues on your phone or your computer.
আবার ঢুকেন, কেটে আবার ঢুকেন। কেটে দেন।
Log out
কেটে
and
দেন,
get in
cut your
again.
link and enter once again. আবার ঢুকেন।
Now the picture is much clearer. Okay.
It's loud and clear when. Oh, okay. Okay. Let me ask you. Mr. Professor Farad Hussain. We know that there are some issues going on and between the Iran and the U.S. Last 2 days ago, that was United States being striking in Iran, and Iran was retaliating at the same time. And they also said when they're going to retaliate, it's going to be a massive retaliation. And what we have seen in Bahrain and in Israel. So what do you think about how long this war is going to continue?
It is very difficult. Thank you, Pathan Bhai, for having me here in your particular specific show that is very important. You know that nobody can make the prediction, particularly when the war will be ended. It is very difficult because even during the time of ceasefire, Donald Trump is declaring ceasefire and he is also violating the ceasefire. From time to time, very frequently, yeah, the American army initiated exactly the attack on Iran. And it is because of Donald Trump's whims and sentiment. The person who is declaring himself the ceasefire, but he is breaking the ceasefire, violating the ceasefire. And in this confusing situation, we are not in a position exactly to predict or make the prediction when the war will be ended. This is a difficult problem. And important thing is that Iran is not for the first time attack. Iran does not attack for the first time. And today, Abbas Araghchi made the statement today that Iran does not attack. Iran does not attack first. Iran just is going to the retaliation, facing the attack of the United States of America and Israel. So Iran is following her principle that she will not go to the exactly attack first. He will just go to the retaliation with the asymmetric style of war. That is very, very important. And you know that there's a massive attack exactly America has commenced on Bahrain and Kuwait, because of the retaliation of the attack from the American side, particularly on Kish Island, Kazim Island, and Bandar Abbas, and it was a massive destruction, particularly the radar system of Iran exactly, that had faced serious damage. And in retaliation, Iran had gone to the attack on Bahrain. The naval headquarters, particularly installing the Fifth Fleet. And you know that I have come from, exactly from your information. I have been clarified that an oil tanker, particularly of the Fifth Fleet, had been destroyed by the reckless attack of Iran. American naval force could not exactly protect their Fifth Fleet in Bahrain Bay or Bahrain Bay. So that is very, very important. So Iran has got a formidability, particularly to face the United States of America in the new style of asymmetric war, using very sophisticated arms and munitions like the missiles, drones, and etc. And not only that, we have, 3 or 2 days ago, that there was a rampant attack exactly Iran commenced on Israel, and Iran has demarcated North Israel, the military establishment, the chemical industry, that the Jewish exactly habitations had been destroyed recklessly.
Yeah,
It was a
I'll
reckless
come back
attack.
Professor Hussain, I'll come back to you about the Israel attack. If I ask Mr. Sinha about the global economy, do you think that if this war continue for another month and a half and until the midterm, what we are hearing from different political analysts, that this war might continue until the midterm, till November? Do you think that the global economy, we already said today, the report came out that the inflation in United States is toppled 4%, which is supposed to go down, but it's going up and up and up. So, do you think that is going to impact in Bangladesh economy as well? Because they said newly fresh government is in a power now. So, do you think that will impact the whole world and in Bangladesh as well? Mr. Sinha.
Actually, I'm not listening to you properly because I don't know what happened here. But do you hear me?
We can hear you loud and clear.
Loud and clear. Okay. But this is a problem for me because I am listening to you all. But thing is that whatever you have uttered by this time, my assumption is very simple regarding America and Iran. It is a matter of intention, whether you would like to close the war or not. What is the basic philosophy? Basic philosophy is that America will never leave Israel because it is one of the best friends. At the same time, it is a battleground for America. Apparently, one may think that America is very serious about Israel. It is just a drama, nothing else, nothing else, nothing drama. Israel has no right morally, politically, and from the point of view of defense and powers. It cannot do it. It is America and different influential groups. They're playing vital role here. Especially, one of the leading journals, international global journals, they predict that America runs by 5 people. Understand? And one of them is from Trump family. That is Kushner. So whatever Trump does, he is committed to those groups, and he always takes decision having talks with them. So if you think Trump is serious to get it done or to put an end to the war, it is a matter of real picture, but nothing will take place. At least they have a blueprint. They have a very heinous design. Apparently, you think that Trump is doing so many things. He's very bright. He's very wonderful chap. No, no, no. Whatever he's doing from his own standpoint and American policy towards Middle East. That is the fundamental question, because America will not allow Iran to come out as a nuclear power. That is the fundamental question, because that is threat. At the same time, what Russia thinks, what China thinks, what other countries think, what Turkey thinks, that is the fundamental question. But my belief and my assumption is that there will be no war if President Trump thinks so, if US Congress thinks so, if Pentagon thinks so, but nobody is passing message to Netanyahu. That is the fundamental question. How dare his security advisor, Gavi, how can he say, we don't care? What are the root cause? Root cause is that they know very well it's a game within themselves. So main target is that not to allow Iran to grow up, flare up, and emerge as a power in the Middle East. And that is the fundamental question. Do you remember Senator, I think Jesse Jackson, he says, Israel is a carrier for American design in the Middle East.
Jesse Jackson
And
is
then
not. He was
you may
an.
talk about the Lebanon, you may talk about so many things, nothing else. It will go on. Israel cannot do anything, provided Donald Trump sticks to his belief. He is a player, and he believes to play with you, with him, with his. He's a game changer. He's a game changer to some extent. So it is very much clear to me that whatever it is going to place, whatever the Pakistan to play the role, maybe because Mr. Shahbaz Sharif and the Asif Munir of Pakistan, the General of Pakistan, whatever they're doing at the request of, I
United
think,
States government.
basically, American president. At the same time, they're having very close ties with Iran. So what are the problems? Whenever there is a close ties between the Iran and America, suddenly it happens. It creates a problem by problems created by Israel. And do you think it is a one-sided game? No, no, no. Whole thing depends on President Trump and America. Until unless American policymaker thinks very well that we want to see peace in the Middle East, no peace will.
If I tell you one thing,
No,
you say,
there will
yeah,
be no
Mr.
peace here.
Sinha,
That is the
if
fundamental question. Thank you very much.
yes, if I ask you another question, then uh, Israel being the leader of the whole Middle East, and then American intention is not to rise any other power within that region. So Israel is going to dictate the other nation so that the you can hear me. Okay, I'll come back to you another time. Now, if I ask you, Mr. Iftikhar Azim, that what do you think about that? If this war is going to continue, that we are predicting that it might go till midterm election, do you think that the whole world economy is going to be on a downfall?
Thank
Mr.
you,
Azim?
Mr. Pathan, for this question. Yeah, this is obvious, isn't it obvious that you are so lucky to have a president like Mr. Trump, who is at the same time a president, a kidnapper, a killer, and whatnot. He has abducted with his wife, the Venezuelan president, and he can do whatever he can get away with. He has attacked father of Mustafa Khamenei, Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, and killed him with his whole family basically. And now he expects that son will negotiate with him in term of the term he will put to him in his terms, not in the term of Iranian regime. Okay, so how absurd can he get? This is just I don't know whether Mr. Trump is living in a fantasy land, but as my guru here,
this is not only the Trump. This Mr.
Mhm,
Netanyahu as well. He's also he's in a trial is going on in Israel, and that
mhm.
because of his criminal acts of some funding in Israel.
Mhm.
The both of them they are and Trump and Netanyahu as well. They are trial is on a court.
But can you put any kind of a handcuff in either of their hand? You cannot. The
Mm, mm,
basic truth is that the American judicial system is basically till now helpless. They are hostage in the hand of these two people, especially Netanyahu, who made what Netanyahu did. He made Trump, after 40 years, successful. He made him go to this war, which no American president dared to join. Now Trump is stuck. Yesterday in a talk show, I was telling that what Trump does not know an exit plan. When you start a war, you have to know how will you have a safe exit, a safe what you call a face-saving exit as well. But Trump does not have any of those. So he attacked Iran. Now the global economy is basically, I believe, in America you have the inflation problem right now. The price hike is
4%,
there.
a couple 4% today. The report came out today that inflation a couple 4%. So it is alarming, and that was going to be in
And
this summer and end of the summer.
mhm. So Mr. Trump is now proposing for peace, and he expects that they will come, the terms he will put. This is not practical at all. And at the same time, all of us knows that Trump is going to continue this war, hide and seek game till midterm election. But can he get away with this thing? How long the world global economy can sustain this pressure? In Bangladesh right now, we can see that our daily commodities, especially fuel price, has gone up, and it has no sign of going down at all. Globally, some fuel price has gone down, not in Bangladesh. So we are the big sufferer here. Our daily commodities price is going up, just like in America. And I don't know. Actually, this is quite disappointing that this why Trump at the first hand started this war. I don't understand this. As my guru here, Mr. Sinha, said very well that Trump is not the person who is pulling the shots. Everything is dictated by somebody else. About some like the Zionist, whatever like says Zionist people over there, the lobbying over there, Bilderberg Group, and whatever not. So we are basically helpless. And the Israel's plan for greater Israel, no matter how and what we say, it will continue. Look at the scenario in Lebanon. So Lebanon scenario is like it has started in 1982 with Shabra Shatila. Can you remember? With
Yes.
South Lebanon and North Israel. The same plan is still intact. Nothing changed. Israel is moving with their own plan. For greater Israel, they will take over the Lebanon as much as they can. We people, actually the Arabs right now, they are not united at all, and they will never be united. As our prophetic prophecy says, till the end of the day, it is very difficult for the Arabs to be united at all. So right now, Iran is pulling the shot. In near future, we will see that two power will be there uh, side by side. One is the Chinese regime, another is this Persian Empire. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Azim, Mr. Iftikhar Azim. I'm going to right now to Professor Farad Hussain. Do you think, Mr. Hussain, that the Strait of Hormuz is going to be under control of Iran, and that will prolong in near future? Do you think that's one of the key for this war? And United States and Israel must negotiate to control this Strait of Hormuz between Iran and United States. Who's going to control? Who's going to control this?
Simply, Thank you. It's a very important question. Simply not, because the demands of the United States of America cannot be accepted by the government of Iran. Like one, uranium must be reduced so that Iran cannot produce atom bomb. Number two, nuclear facilities will be surrendered to the United States of America by Iran. No, Iran will not do it. And the third one is that, which is the key power of Iran, that is Strait of Hormuz. The control of Strait of Hormuz must not be surrendered to the United States of America. And these are the core demands of the United States of America. And categorically and deliberately, that Iran is declining this demand. So there is no possibility, I think, that during the time of Donald Trump to make any sort of agreement between the two countries. So, and that is why when the war will be ended, it is unpredictable. Simply, Hormuz is the key point of Iran exactly to make the victory. You know that so many international experts, particularly I'd like to mention three or four names here who are making the comments very pragmatic one. One is Professor Jeffrey Sachs, the professor of Columbia University, and second is Professor Pei, the professor of Harvard University. And third one is very noted Professor Mashima, the professor of Chicago University of the United States of America, and the three persons, the giant commentators on international issue and that defense strategy. And the three professors are united together into one point that Iran has already been the fourth superpower of the world, determining a particular region, that is the South Asian region, after this war. And you know that Iran has already achieved the victory according to these three prophecies. And I cannot exactly deny it because they are more advanced, more pragmatic in their comments exactly to analyze the world situation and the strategy and geopolitics. So I think that after this war, the global order will be changed when Iran will be treated as the fourth superpower and Iran will be treated as the state of atomic power, atomic nuclear power. That will create a particular situation in the world, which will create a new polarization. This polarization will be an unpleasant thing for the United States of America and Israel. And not only that, when Iran will come to the position of the fourth superpower after this war, Iran will be able to make a serious control over the Gulf states, no doubt about it. Every Gulf state will follow the direction, dictation of Iran. And the United States' influence on the Gulf War and the Gulf countries, particularly continued for a long time, will be declined, shall be declined, no doubt about it. I'll not be surprised if I see that all the establishments of the Gulf countries of the United States of America will be closed, shut down. Thank you.
Do you think that America was going to agree with that condition? And do you think America will pull out all this military establishment from the Middle East? And do you think that American interest is going to be that will compromise with this war? I don't think so, Mr. Al Hussein.
Iran must not compromise on anything with the United States of America, no doubt about it. Iran has already crossed the level of apprehension, being scared and fear. Iran does not care for the United States of America right now. So American interest will be curtailed. And Gulf countries, exactly, surrendering their oil resources to the United States of America for a long time will be questioned, might be stopped, not be in a large scale to be imported by the United States of America from Gulf countries. So American interest in different capacities, like military establishment, like oil resource, will be curtailed, no down after this war. And not only that, Asia will be a strong voice to determine the world situation. And the world situation will not be the unipolar system. The world situation will be in the multipolar system. And in this multipolar system, Iran will will be one of the dominant voice, particularly to determine the world situation, specifically West Asia and South Asia. No doubt
But
about it.
Mr.
And
Hussein, but Mr. Hussein, if you look at that, the world energy sector, that 60% of energy is controlled by United States. And now the China is in a big trouble because China they lost the control of Venezuela world supply, and now is Iran the last source of China's world supply. Now it is also going to be under control of United States, which is United States is trying to. But do you think China will let it go?
thank you very much. It's a very good question. Let me have the privilege to clarify this matter. I'd like to say China is a nation of different kind, and China has got a permanent friend, that is Iran. Iran can alone supply, the fuel to China exactly to execute the functions of the industries and productions. No doubt about it. And not only that, Gulf countries will not deny to supply well to China after this war because the world situation will be changed and Gulf countries will not follow the instruction of the United States of America to create impediment to supply well from there to China. So China will not face any sort of difficulty, particularly in fuel. And I think that Venezuela, even today, China is getting a small quantity of fuel even from Venezuela. So it's not a problem at all. Problem, America does not have any problem because they have the huge reserve of oil. It does not matter at all. But China
America,
will not face any
let me give you some information that America is getting oil from Canada from Black Sand, Keystone Pipeline.
yeah.
America is getting oil from the Gulf of Mexico, which is now Gulf of America, and also America is getting the crude oil from Venezuela as well. So America doesn't have any issues of that much fuel crisis, but the rest of the world, like China, India, and which is economy hungry countries, they are looking for these energy sources. And if the state of Malacca got blocked, and also if the let me clarify a little bit. And also, Iran got controlled by United States. Then the global energy source is going to be 80 to 90% under American control. Then the rest of the world must purchase this crude oil from United States. Do you think that will China will take that risk?
I, I would like to take the privilege to clarify this. My teacher, political teacher, geopolitical teacher, Dr. Sena M.S. Saeed is present in this show. I am very much happy. He taught me the strategic importance of Malacca Strait.
Mhm.
And because of the you know, Malacca problem, China might be faced. China is smart enough. China is making pressure on Taiwan because
It's
of
not only
exactly
that.
there is a particular yes.
It's not only that.
Then
That
let me finish. There is a particular strategy of China behind this. China is making pressure on Taiwan. And by this pressure, China is going to secure the Malacca Strait so that she can exactly get the smooth supply of oil. And I think that after this war, American establishment, particularly in Far East, will be loosed, will be weak. And in this situation, America will not take another risk of war against China. It is absurd. And that is why America is not going to make any pressure or any kind of blockade, particularly on the Strait of Hormuz, on the Strait of Malacca. And China is strong enough exactly to drive out all sorts of impediments created by the United States, to be created by the United States of America in future, particularly imposing impediment on Strait of Malacca by his military establishments in Far East. No, America will not be able to do it because America is getting a very bitter experience attacking Iran.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Hussain. Now I'm going to Mr. Sinha. Dr. Sinha, if I ask you a question, that do you think that Reza Shah Pahlavi agreed, if he goes on a power, if opposition, if this war continue and the economy collapse in Iran, and Reza Shah Pahlavi party is trying to get into the power, and they are agreed. Reza Shah Pahlavi said he's gonna surrender the enriched uranium facilities, and also he's gonna demolish all that. The drone factories, ICBM, intercontinental ballistic missile factories, he's gonna melt down. Do you think his dream is gonna succeed in the near future in Iran?
To speak the truth, I am very much frightened having those two giants in the talk. One Professor Horat, another Mr. Mitu. And they spoke very well about the whole scenario, and they have their own assumption, mathematics and geometry. And they understand geopolitics very well, better than me all the time. But thing is that I am a little guy, being a student of political science and relations, so you should understand. America is not so full to be hanged. Always keep in mind, there are many things to be seen in future. We are talking about China, talking about Russia, they are playing their own games. Everybody is busy. And finally, the game between Iran and America. Very soon you will see a deal is going to be on the picture. And that is the debacle of the whole thing. Neither China, nor Russia, nor Iran, nor America. Wins belongs to everybody. It is a challenge to the whole civilization. And Trump understands very well what is to be done. Pentagon is not sitting idle, understand? They are having observation of all these things. And Iran is thinking. Otherwise, sometimes Iran thinks and overestimates itself. I tell you very frankly, I have gone into the very deep thing of the old structure. Iran should understand it has achieved certain things, but that is not the end. Iran should understand that all the friends and allies around and with Iran are not the real friends. They are having their own privileges, own scopes to have to dig the water, to boil the water. But what is the ultimate game? And is still, you know very well, there is a difference of opinions between Iran regimes. I mean the armed forces and the civilians. It's clear, and nobody is telling about it. Everybody is suppressing all these things. No. It is happening. Regime
So
guard
you
is the
think,
final power.
so you
Where
think
the
the
power lies
opposition?
in Iran.
So you
Things
think
are
the
coming very
opposition?
soon. I tell
So
you,
you
things are coming very soon.
so you think the
There
opposition
will
party
be
is going to come back?
there will be another game, and Trump has been given time, only few days, to close the war and come back to America. Yes, also true. But what will happen? And do you think Trump will say goodbye? I am leaving Iran, Middle East? No. Still, there are things within the things. There are curtains within the curtains. And international politics and geopolitics are not so easy. We can read thousands of books. That is a debacle. You may be the scholar, but diplomats and military strategists, they think otherwise. They have their own views, own analysis, which may not match you. But there must be a conclusion. And that conclusion will never go against America.
So you think,
It
Mr.
is
Sinha, you think,
mutually rewarding conclusion. I tell you very frankly,
Mhm.
because America knows it very well. If there is any final debacle in the Middle East, America will be finished politically from this area. No, it will not take place. They have many weapons of force, many avenues, and they are already digging all these things. but they're not telling you exactly what they're doing. China know very well, Russia know very well, and they are playing in their own ways. What can be done? And they say Iran will build nuclear power. There may be possible in near future, not at this very moment. Take it guaranteed. There is no nuclear power in the hands of Iran at this very moment. But
So you think
situation is boiling in such a way. We think, yes, it has. But I tell you frankly, yes, Iran has emerged as a very powerful country, undoubtedly. Still, there are a lot of things to be discussed, to be placed on the table, and that is not the debate. Reality, strategy, reality. Now, what the reality speaks.
if
What
I,
does it
if
speak? Yes,
Mr. Sinha,
there will be no war within
Mr.
month. There will be no war in the Middle East. Game is over, and new area will be open, and another part of the world that is being analyzed. May not be the South Asia, may not be the Far East, or maybe in Africa, doesn't know. But Trump will not stop himself. He have other areas.
Mr. Sinha, time out. Mr. Sinha, time out. If I ask you, you were saying that Iran is going to be a regional power in the Middle East. Do you think that that is also another alarming for India because Pakistan and Iran is close by, nearby? It's going to be another threat for India. Do you think that India is going to support that? And what do you think about the Manipur conflict? That the conflict is going on in the eastern part of India. Do you think it's gonna another crisis we're gonna see on neighboring in Bangladesh, neighboring country? Do you think Iran is going to be a threat for it?
What will happen? So far, I understand. In the Asian drama, China is a factor, India is a factor. Mind it. Factor. But if you consider India is nobody, nothing. I do different. India is something. Why do you say nothing? What the basis of it saying nothing? India has its own stock. It is the largest democracy in the world, largest population in the world. Everything is okay. It has a big budget. It has so many things. So India is playing in its own mood and mood. And somebody is trying to say that India is supporting Israel because India thinks Israel finally play in the Northeast. In the Northeast, there is a game, but that game is not unknown to India. And you see what the General of India say, they are very much aware of the whole thing. They say undivided India. They are thinking so. So they have their own design. So I am not going to undermine India, not going to undermine Pakistan. I simply say all the states are trying the level ways to have their own footing on the soil of South Asia. And America is a far away. It is not possible for America to play here in South Asia. If they want to play, they need a further partner, say Bangladesh. At least, I say, very negatively, Bangladesh. There is a chance they may be here, but not against the will of China and India. Mind it. And finally, there will be happy marriage between India and America about Bay of Bengal. Common enemy is China. And the drama is being staged. Very soon you'll see it. And that's why I always say the reality is more dangerous than theory and practice. And war game is very dangerous. It does not care humanity, does not care shelter, does not care who are you and what you do, nothing else. I would like to domain the whole world. That is the philosophy. I must do it. What is the crisis? I don't know. Therefore, the only conclusion at this very moment about Iran and America, definitely they're going to have a melting point between the two countries. America will not finally allow China and Russia to have the cake in their hand. Mind it. There is a big game there. So my own conclusion is that I am noticing all these things, polished minded, because I would like to fool at this very moment. I am listening to Professor Farhad Hussain. Every day he is passing so many messages to the world because he understands. He reads many things. I know. And he has a stockpile of books. And by this time, definitely I say Professor Farhad for Bangladesh is an encyclopedia on this issue.
Thank
But mind it very cautiously. Even Einstein has a fault. Newton has a fault. Xi Jinping has a fault. Russian Putin has a mistake. We don't know when the mistakes will emerge, but that might be a mistake. And America will pick up this mistake. Just wait and see. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Sinha. Now I'm going to Mr. Azim. Ms. Mitubhai, I'm asking you, do you think that Iran is going to be another regional power in Southwest Asia, side by side to Pakistan as a nuclear power? And that would be another threat for India in the near future. And what do you think about the Manipur? That conflict is going on right now. Not Manipur, their the social and their the female dominate culture in Manipur. Do you think it's going to be any political unrest is going to emerge to the Indian economy and Indian politics?
Thank you, Batan Bhai, for a nice question you've asked. Coming back, starting with Iran, Iran claims right now they are the dominant power in Middle East, which is fortunately a reality here for Americans. Why? Because America could not yet recover state of Hormuz. Iran is dominating that state of Hormuz. So in near future, let us see how far this war will continue. And I believe that within 2 months maximum, Iran will come to a conclusion. Trump will try to stop it, hopefully. But Mr. Trump is a very much unpredictable fellow. You cannot trust him at all because he will only follow the bank balance and the interest of the elite people over there as far as business is concerned. Like your after World War II, I believe there was a president you have, the General Eisenhower. He said one thing very, you remember, if I'm not mistaken. So he said one thing very well, that don't give the power to the arms producing companies. The moment you give it, the Americans had it, finished. They will be doing everything. You will be helpless. Now, with American people, we people of the world become helpless. So I have no comments to pass here. Let's see with the time that where it goes. Coming back to Manipur, I will just switch over to Iran again. I believe a Apache helicopter has been shot, or Apache helicopter going off Apache down is a big thing. It's not a small matter. For this is American pride. My question to you, other way around, how it went down? Because the helicopter. Because I was one time aviator, I was told to take the training for helicopter training.
There are a lot of conflicting report that a helicopter wasn't shut down by Iranian missile or anything, Iranian attack. Some of them is claiming that yes, it has been down by Iranian military IRGC. But still, there is some investigation is on the way going on. So we will get that information pretty soon on what happened to it. But Donald Trump said if the war is continued and the negotiation doesn't come soon, and then it's going to be a disaster for Iran and Iranian economy. He said this morning. There are some different conflicting reports about the Apache helicopters down.
So your suspect has been shot by manpad, shoulder fire, anything?
mm,
like the Stinger type.
uh, it
If that happens, how these two pilots can get away? They must have jumped from the helicopter in the water. Then
Yes,
the
yes,
unmanned.
they did,
Yeah.
and yes, they did, and then the unmanned the ship, the
Mhm.
boat, which is
Yeah,
drone boat,
drone
they
boat.
rescued these two pilots from there,
Mhm.
from the Strait of Hormuz.
So this was a big blow to the morality of American soldiers over there. So,
Mm,
like you very well know that if the helicopter cannot go in high altitude, so they are very much vulnerable to any shoulder fire missile from the back of the shoulder. So coming back to Manipur now, I believe Manipur is not the state in India. Also in Arunachal, Nagaland, lot of other state wants to be away from. They want independence from India. So Manipur is the place where the lot of fighting was going on, and the government of India is trying to stop this. But unfortunately, the Manipur, as you know, in our northern side, the tribal, these are female-dominated people nation. So the most of the time, the males are in the house doing domestic work, and the females are outside. So it's very difficult to generate a female oriented army to fight against Indian military. We have to be very practical on this. But if this thing continues, I believe in course of time, Manipur will be not stable at all. And coming back to our border today, this today morning in northeastern part, I think in Jamalpur or somewhere, I forgot the place exactly. BSF and BGB, border guard of Bangladesh in Indian border post guards, they were having a conflict today. Are you aware of that? So actually, they put an old man in our border and try to push him in. I feel very sorry looking at the Indian army why they are doing that. So Bangladesh border guard, they said, "You will fire at us. How dare you? We will fire back. Do you think our
Yeah,
arms has
we
been
know
given
that
to us?"
The West Bengal government, they are trying to push in some Bangladeshi citizens
Yes,
to Bangladesh. We'll
it's
come
not
back to
only one border.
another episode. We'll talk about these issues.
Yeah, sure.
Do you think that that Manipur unrest is going to continue and is going to be in a cookie? They're killing people in that
Mhm.
region. Do you think that the government is trying to stabilize that region? But do you think the Indian government is going to succeed on that issue? Excuse me. Sorry.
Sure. Now, Indian government will try to put the rebel down. So, but I don't understand because the media, Indian dominated media does not, the Godi media, I should rather say, they don't cover any of the news. We are having a news blackout. What is coming, real news or not, is not are not coming from inside Manipur. So we are basically dependent on YouTube news. So we have seen what happened 2 months back. Latest news is 2 months back. Right now, what is happening? Some not independent, but some people are claiming this happened, that happened, but there we need to have a proper proof that this actually happened.
Okay.
But that's it.
Mhm.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Bhai.
Welcome.
Mr. Hussain, what do you think about the Manipur? That the Seven Sister is a union of territory right now, and this Manipur unrest been last 2 3 years we have seen it. Do you think it's going to be another ball of fire that we'll see in near future?
Thank you, Patan Bhai. I'd like to take the privilege to give you the credit because you're the first man through your channel Pacific Views conducted several talk shows in English on Manipur when the unrest started. During the time of Biren Singh, the former Chief Minister of Manipur and belonged to Maithi group, and
Mhm.
you had taken a very serious concern about the people of Manipur. And I could recollect that Manipuri leaders, some leaders exactly had given you the congratulation because you had taken the concern of their problems. I'd like to go back to, but if you give me a particular privilege, I would like to exactly go to the history. This is very, very important. the British regime, not only the
Hi, hi,
colonial
hi, hi.
regime, the colonial regime, the colonial rulers exactly created so many legacy and
Mm-hmm.
left it to the and and
Yeah.
left it to the. So I'm getting a very disturbing sound from
And,
anywhere.
right.
Yes, I'd like to say that that the legacy is that the colonial power erected so many borders which are not scientific at all. Like if you see the border between Afghanistan and Pakistan, Doran line. If you see the border between between China and India, the McMahon line and Johnson line. Johnson line exactly followed by China, but you know, McMahon line China exactly did not accept it. So there is a conflict between China and India on border conflict. There is a problem. There is a conflict, border conflict between Afghanistan and Pakistan. And now I'd like to go to the Seven Sisters, particularly Manipur, Mizoram, Nagaland, and Arunachal. These are the states. These were the princely states, totally
Mhm.
isolated from the British, British India. It was 1815. For the first time, the British colonial power took the initiative to include it to the Indian territory. Again, the wish of the princely dynasties,
Mhm, mhm.
and
Right.
not only the British government ignored their independent culture, their history, their heritage, even their language. How these princely states could be merged with the Indian territory, Union territory. It is absurd, unscientific. So the problem exactly lies in this fact. Methi and Koki conflicts, the ethnic conflict is nothing. But the core conflict, which is very important, is that all the princely states, particularly the northeast states, are not mentally prepared exactly to maintain their political life with the union government of India. That is
Uh,
very, very
my
clear.
point,
That-
my point is there, Mr. Hussain. My point is that
Yes,
if the division in 1947, when the princely state joined in Union Territory of India, that was divided on a basis of religion, and that religion was mostly Christian people being living in this mountainous region like Manipur, Mizoram, Nagaland, and Arunachal. Uh, do you think that division was a fair justification been done in 1947? Do you think that
now, no,
mhm.
justification. These princely states cannot be emerged or should not have been emerged with the territory of Indian Union territory. No, never at all. It was the Indian government courtship policy to take all the princely states. They had not given any sort of independent opinion about their political status, about the geographical and territorial status. Indian government, independent government of India, headed by Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, the first Prime Minister of India, exactly followed the British policy. And the resentment exactly lies in this fact, no doubt about it. So I think that every Northeast states have got the resentments towards the Indian, territory, towards the Indian Union territory, and each and every leader of the Northeast state, they have got the resentment, but they cannot exactly raise their voice because of the military power of the Union territory of India. You know that what is going on in Manipur for the last 2 weeks, that there is a serious demonstration. Women are exactly found to be participated, in a large scale. You know that it is male dominating society we have found in Manipur. And women are participating in the demonstration in a very serious manner. That local force like the police, like BSF and other paramilitary forces had been exactly failed to control this sort of demonstration launched by the women. And that union force had been called, and that Union force came and making lathi charges, particularly on the women. It has already drawn the attention of the international community. So, for my knowledge goes, the human rights of the United Nations Human Rights Organization, under the United Nations organization, that had taken a serious concern that there is a serious violation of human rights taking place in Manipur. The Indian Union government is imposing cursive policy, to exactly subjugate the voice of the Manipuri people. What is the slogan of the Manipuri people who exactly participated in the demonstration? It is clear, Inkilab, that they want independence. They want independence. Indian government should take it in a very serious concern that no northeast state exactly in a position mentally in a position to maintain their state life or political life with the Indian Union territory, because there is an isolation of language, isolation of food habit, isolation of face, body. There is no similarity between the people of Manipur and the people of the northern
Mainland
India.
India.
Rather, they have got the similarity with the Chinese people. So there is an isolation, territorial isolation, cultural isolation, historical isolation, and
Also, if I,
these
Mr. Hussain,
isolations are very much obvious,
yes,
giving
Mr.
these states to have
Um,
the independence, no doubt about it.
Mr. Hussain, if you compare to the investment in a mainland, in the western part of India and the eastern part of India, the investment is not the same as like
Far,
other
far
states.
different, far, far difference.
Right,
Almost all the northeast states are under, poverty, extreme poverty.
right, right,
They are
right.
not enjoying the privilege of their fundamental rights. Their
Mm, right.
purchasing capacity is very, very low. you know and the Tripura, I am also adjacent to Tripura, my hometown. I
Right.
know the standard of life of Tripura, even the development, infrastructural development is very skeletonic. The
Right.
infrastructural development is of the northeast states are not similar to the infrastructural development of northern India or western India and etc. So there is a serious difference, there is a serious
Between this,
demarcation
right.
in every exposure. Literacy rate is very, very poor,
Mm,
in
mhm.
those states here. And how they can exactly, they are not enjoying the first life of the 21st century. This is very, very important. Uh,
Mm.
and I have seen some particular, leaders of Manipur, they are social activists. They are frequently attending seminar and making their speech particularly about their sorrowful condition, about their very skeletonic economy, about their underprivileged condition they are exactly living. It is
Thank you.
very, very important. Another
Thank
thing is that India, you know, uh, sometimes it provokes me laughing. What is this? I have come to know, and video footage I have learned that India has set up nuclear weapons by the missiles. 6 or 7 missiles have been set up and targeting. What is the targeting point? Is it China or Pakistan? I don't know, or it is Bangladesh. I don't know.
you.
But the,
Mm.
the missiles have been exactly
This
missiles.
this
Six
is
or
another
seven
issue
missiles
that we'll talk
with
about this
nuclear
another.
weapons have been set up. I'd like to say, but what is the Nishana target? I don't know. If it
Thank
is China, it will be so absurd.
you.
And
Mm.
5 days ago,
We'll talk
I
about this
have watched
issue.
an interview. Let me finish, sir.
Mhm.
5 days ago, I have watched an interview of Shiv Shankar Menon, who was the former foreign secretary and the advisor of the Security Council of India. Very experienced and learned diplomat and legacy. He has got the wonderful legacy of being a diplomat. His father was a diplomat, ambassador in different capacities, the diplomat in different states of the world. And his grandfather was the first foreign secretary of India, independent India. And his grandfather and his great grandfather, his grandfather was the first foreign secretary, and his great grandfather was the
Mm.
president of Indian National Congress. I think that Mr. Shiv Shankar, Menon is exactly carrying the blood of diplomacy, rich diplomatic legacy. He made the comment, it is absurd for India to exactly go against China. Because when Rajiv Gandhi
That's
visited China,
issues. Mr. Hussain, we're going to talk about these issues in the future. Your last statements, 30 seconds.
30 seconds. I'd like to say that Shivshankar Menon clearly made the statement that it is Mr. Rajiv Gandhi who visited 1988, visited China 1988. The economy of between economy of India and China was near. But now Shivshankar Menon pointed out one thing: the Chinese economy is 6 times greater than India. Chinese military power is 10 times greater than India. Chinese other
Thank
facilities and logistic support is
thank
greater than India. How India can exactly target China with their missiles? And in Pakistan, there has been a deterrence created because of the two countries having the nuclear atom bomb. You know,
thank you.
so
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Hussain. Thank you very much. And now, your last statements from Mr. Sinha. Do you think that in a Manipur conflict and the eastern part of India, Manipur, Mizoram, Tripura, Arunachal, and Nagaland, Assam as well? Do you think these states that Bangladesh is providing the security on behalf of India, and Bangladesh is in a buffer zone, and that is also a last regime and the current regime of Bangladesh? They are also playing a role to provide the security of these states on behalf of India. We can hear you. Y- oh, okay. Go ahead. Thank you. Go ahead.
Okay. I'm not listening to you. I'm not listening to Professor Farah, indeed. But I'm gauging everything what we are talking about. But what Mr. Farah says about India and China, I do agree with him. There is no gap between us. But thing is that India will not play a vital role in South Asia in near future. Mind it very cautiously. Because there are a lot of problems. Because they're thinking about the Shiliguri corridor. Think of it. They have attached importance to Shiliguri corridor. And there is a rumor, not only rumor, some experts from Indian bloc says, either you sell Rangpur to us or we will occupy it. Mind it. Why it is saying that? Because India knows it very well. There is no way to go to Northeast. Northeast, they need Bangladesh. And Bangladesh is a wonderful resort for them. But they're not getting it because they have done otherwise with the people of Bangladesh. That is a fundamental question. And if we understand that if India feels the Northeast is one of the best hands, and we need Bangladesh for our Northeast security. But India is not thinking that way because there are so many political parties, so many chaos, so many conflicts, and the religious flavor make it more complicated for the Indian policymakers. They're highly deviated from the policy of Nehru, policy of Gandhi, and policy of Congress also. Because Modi's policy is all his ministry policy. They not caring anybody. And that's why it's a negative impression in the field of Bangladesh. What are you talking about the Manipur? Not only Manipur, you know very well that 2 days ago, the president of Myanmar visited India. Many talks are there, but there is a secret visit. Message here, because we are talking about Manipur. India has border with Myanmar. I think more than 3 or 4 provinces there attached with them. So India know very well that if there is any debacle in the northeast and the states adjacent to Myanmar, we need it, and that's why India has not yet opened its mouth in favor of Rohingya because they don't like to bother the power in Myanmar. But China did. China also did it. Xi Jinping in 1916 came to Bangladesh, sat with Sheikh Hasina, and there is a tripartite agreement about the Rohingya. And that agreement means whatever China says, that is final. Finish. We have nothing to say. We don't believe in China, don't believe in Russia, don't believe in America, don't believe in India. Our national interest lies in us. But whenever we are heading towards any big political party, big country, we are in problem. In Bangladesh, the crux of the problem is that we are in big tension. America wants to have more agreement with us. I mean, Jisumia. Jisumia. Think of it. There is a defense agreement. Why? Because it means America will have it putting in Bangladesh. India wants agreement with us. China wants agreement with us. So what shall we do? We have no way. We have no way. We are free people. We like to think freely. We are least concerned with the people in Northeast. We are not instigating the people in Myanmar, Manipur. Rather, we say to the government of India, please be sympathetic to the rights and demands of the people in Manipur. Don't crush them. Might is a big force there, but you are trying to subdue them. Why? Things are going to change. That's India is very much about to match, to have its footing. What is the footing? If there is any fight, any debacle with China, the roads will be closed. I mean, Shiliguri, only 500 kilometers from China, nothing else. So there is a big concern for us, and we believe the Indian government, Modi, is not sympathetic to the demands of the people of Bangladesh. Rather, they're trying to boil the water by doing so many heinous things, politically, economically, and even in the field of water resources, so many things. But what should we do? What should we do? We believe will not instigate anything, anybody in Northeast. There is a first and fundamental question with India. India should believe we should not disturb Bangladesh. That is a mutual agreement, only agreement. But it is not so. Why? China is playing here. China has its own occupation in Arunachal province. But think of the Sikkim. They have 5 borders with India. And India is very much serious about the whole thing. Yes, India and China will never be on the same table about their security perspective. And they are enemy by birth. And they will remain so till death. That is the reality. And America is trying to boil the water here because they want to have the footing in the Bay of Bengal. Russia is against it, China is against it, India is against it. Think very cautiously. India, Russia, China, on a certain point, they are of the same mind regarding American anchorage in Bay of Bengal. So politics is not so easy. Geopolitics is more dangerous. Each
Right
and every
now,
point it is more
Mr.
and more
Sinha,
calm.
Mr. Sinha,
Which
right now,
what is true today may not be true tomorrow. What is impossible today may be possible tomorrow. And that's why, especially as a citizen of Bangladesh, I would like to see the present government of Bangladesh should be aware of the whole situation. If they want to head towards America, big problem from China, big problem from Russia, big problem from India. If they want to head towards China, same problem. If they want to head toward India, more problem. So what shall be done? That's why we need a very balanced foreign policy. Is it possible? Very dangerous. It depends on the leadership. If leadership is okay, mature enough and visionary, and they have the enough diplomats, enough politicians, enough experts around them, then there is a possible. We have only one resource in Bangladesh, that is knowledge, manpower. Knowledge, manpower, science, technology, we are devoid of all these things. Our diplomats are not up to the standard. Mind it very cautiously. If they want to have talks with India, big gap. With America, big gap. With China, big gap. Why? We are not nursing them. So our first and foremost problem at this very moment is to build up a generation. Build up a generation for tomorrow. Build up a generation in the field of leadership, in the field of science technology, in the field of negotiation. All these things. That's why I believe. I request you, Professor Farad, to me, he's a very affectionate to me. I would like to ask the government of Bangladesh, please, if possible, try to use Professor Farad. At least He has a mind of openness, not only patriot, but a visionary patriot.
Thank you.
And I appreciate Mr. Me too, because he's trying to equip himself with so many things, which is really an asset for me. And taking all this together, I request Pathan Bhai, please never stop this talks in English.
Thank
This
you.
is a rare case in Bangladesh. I started a deep talks in English in Bangladesh, and I could not complete the 100. I have completed 99 because there are so many conspiracies from different sides.
Right.
Different sides. I will not explain all this thing. Thing is that English should be our next to mother tongue. And English is mostly hated in Bangladesh, avoided in Bangladesh. But most of the diplomats, most of the experts, most of the professors, even most of the politicians are very much high of it. Why? Why? You are talking about Bangladesh. You must talk about Bangladesh, the language of Bangladesh. Like Bangladesh. If we send somebody somewhere, you see a delegation recently, huge delegation for Jamaat Islam or BNP and other parties, they visited China. They could not explain themselves in English. That is a big problem. But you know very well, Chinese have their own interpreter. Why? Xi Jinping never speaks in English, but he understands English.
Yes,
he
they do.
understands Putin
Yes.
understands English. But our case, we are developing country. In that sense, we have to be aware of this thing. And Professor Parad, being a teacher of English, he understands very well that what the students think and how students behave properly. And I request you again, please have your talk show at least
Once in a week.
two in a month.
Thank you.
And invite more and more people who can speak in English and freely understand what the matter is, what the river issue, what the commercial issues, what the political issue, what the geopolitics. Then I believe today or tomorrow you will emerge as a silver lining in the field of English talks in Bangladesh. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Sinha. Now, thank you for great compliments about this talk show. Mr. Hussain was insisting me last year and a half to continue that talk show in English because this is a widely accepted language on all over the world, and this is the best way to communicate to people of the world. Thank you again for that kind of compliments about this talk show. Now I'm going to Mr. Azim. Mr. Iftikhar Ahmed. Now, what do you think about this Manipur? Last 30 seconds, if it's we are already hour and 15 minutes now. Would you please tell us what do you think about the Manipur? In a 30 second.
Yeah, Farhan Bhai, thank you very much. First of all, when
also, do you think Bangladesh is providing a big security for the Seven Sisters for India? And do you think it is a last West Bengal what happened to Mamata Banerjee and Shubhendu Adhikari shifted the power from Trinamool to BJP, and now BJP leader, the state minister, Shubhendu Adhikari, being alarming statements toward Bangladesh. Do you think it is fair for Bangladesh government and Bangladesh the solidarity and the security issues, that kind of statement is accepted to the political field?
very unfortunate for us that we can see Mr. Shubhendu Adhikari. He's also Bengali. We are also Bengali. We speak the same mother tongue. But unfortunately, these peoples are so much hostile towards Bangladesh, just like we have been suffering for last 16 years under a oppressor government in Bangladesh. So we should be, your channel, my salute to you, Patan Bhai, that as my guru, Dr. Saeed Sinha Bhai already spoke highly about your channel. You deserve it because your channel is the only channel I believe in English was on the side, but not, we didn't care for views. We only was on the side of the people of Manipur. From the beginning, we were on the side of people of Manipur because they are oppressed as well. So how long this will continue? Indian government's intention is not good towards us, neither to the people of Seven Sisters. So this will continue, and like the West Bengal scenario, in upcoming days, this will get worse. I don't think there is any solution coming up of the central government pretty soon. And one thing I would say, I just recollected in 2014 or sometime like that, there was an incident in Delhi. I believe, I cannot recollect exactly, Manipur or Arunachal Pradesh, either of the two state. The one of the chief minister's nephew, out of racial attack, was killed in the street of Delhi
Right.
because he looked like Chinese. And they say, "You are Chinese." He said, "No, I'm not Chinese. I'm Indian." But they were making jokes out of him, and eventually this thing ignited, and they beat him up in such a way he was beaten left and right, and he just died.
And it
So
was
I hope this,
Arunachal.
Arunachal, yeah. So this is what difference does it makes. It's one of the state of seven sisters. So this thing also goes for the Manipur people. How
Yeah.
long they can take it, this is up to them. They have to put up a big fight for the liberty and for the whatever comes in upcoming days.
Mm.
We as Bangladeshi people will always be their side, and as PCB Views and News, we were always on their side, and we will always remain on their side. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Iftikhar Ahmed. Thank you, distinguished guest today, Professor Farad Hussain and Dr. Said Sinha and Mr. Iftikhar Ahmed. Thank you for your time. And near future, we will come back again about another issues of global politics. Thanks a lot. Probably Mr. Hussain have something to say for
I am
30
under
seconds.
obligation. I am under
Please.
obligation to speak something about Dr. Sina Ahmed Said, my teacher in geopolitical learning. He is the man who started institutionally in a very systematic way the English talk show in SATV, where I had attended so many programs, being anchored by him. I think that he is the important pioneer in Bangladesh, in a channel in Bangladesh exactly to conduct programs in English on geopolitical matters, national matters, and etc. etc. Today, I'd like to pay my respect to him in your channel. Thank you very much.
Thanks a lot. Appreciate for your time. Assalamu alaikum. Thank you. Thanks a lot. Bye.